Alright, today I'm going to talk about fitness magazines again. And we've talked about them before. We've talked about the benefits. We've talked about ways that you can utilize them, and they're great. But what I was really trying to do is get into a beginner mindset and try to think about what it was like being a beginner. And that's something that's hard to do, but I tried to think of some ways that I could, some advice I could give you to where you can get some input from magazines and take that and actually start seeing progress based on that. So thinking the way that I used to as a beginner, what I would do is go around and I would buy fitness magazines. And because I wanted to know all the stuff I could about fitness, and I was in the research phase, I kept looking for the perfect program. So, I pick up Men's Fitness, Flex, Men's Health, any fitness magazines I could get my hands on. And what you'll find is on these, you'll see 21-day plan, more sex, better sex, 7-minute full body shred, sculpt your abs. There's about 10 different things on each magazine. And you go through the magazines and you find that there's so much information in there that you don't know what to do. So you're overwhelmed. And then you get into the paralysis by analysis stuff and you don't do anything. Or you do something where, okay, I'm going to do this 21-day big build plan. And it looks great. And you start that plan. Then what happens is after a week, you go and you find the next magazine. So now you find Flex and you see it and it has somebody on it who's huge and massive and you want to look like that. So you see Get Huge with cheap reps routine. So you pick this up. Then you start that routine. And then the next week you're out and you see there's a Muscle and Fitness, Get Ripped and Lean in 12 weeks. So then you start, well, I wonder if that routine's better than the last two that I had. And you start on that. Or you see an ab routine in there and you think, well, I'll just throw that ab routine into what I'm already doing. Or there's running or CrossFit or any other thing that's in one of these magazines. And all you do is keep jumping from program to program without seeing results. And you keep going from magazine to magazine looking for the answers. So, how can we fix that? What you can do as a beginner is pick up a magazine, any magazine, doesn't matter, whichever one interests you, and look and see what on it, maybe go through the table of contents, whatever it is, and start identifying what is in it that you need. But before you do that, you have to know what is my goal. So whatever your goal is, write that down. If your goal is to lose 20 pounds, if your goal is to gain 20 pounds of muscle, whatever your goal is, that is the most important thing. And we talk about that in the programs that we do. We talk about how important goal setting is. Same thing if you're going to utilize a magazine. And this is something that I failed to do as a beginner. But if you're going to use a magazine, the best way to utilize it is to pick that goal to begin with. Then, when you pick up the magazine, you're just going to go through and, okay, my goal is to get ripped and lean in 12 weeks. That's what my goal is. Then, 1, 2, 3 points. Training, nutrition, and mindset. So as you go through that magazine, you need to look for 3 things that support that goal. If the nutrition is to gain weight, then great. But if your goal is to get ripped and lean in 12 weeks, gaining weight isn't going to help you. So it doesn't support your goal. So don't worry about that article. Mindset. What mindset is going to help you get there? You'll find something in here that's inspirational, write it down. Training. This should be a training plan. Now you might find a training plan in here that actually has the nutrition with it. A lot of them do. If so, those 2 are taken care of. But once you get these 3 things from the magazine that you're in that support your goal, stay focused and stick to those 3 things until the end of that program. No matter what other magazines you pick up, you might pick up 4 more. That's great. You can do the exact same with those at the end of your program. But whatever your goal is, pick your 3 things that you're going to focus on and stick with them. This isn't something where you can keep switching. You're not going to get the results you want. If you're running a race, you pick your goal and you find what you need to do along the way in order to be successful with that, and you keep running toward your goal. You don't start picking different paths and different tracks to run. You run on the track that you're on. You need to make sure that you have the steps in place to reach your goal. So take the one magazine, make sure that you find 3 things that are going to support your goal and help you get there, and then work toward them. If you do that, you're going to see a lot better success than if you keep jumping around from magazine to magazine. So don't make the same mistake I did and keep picking different programs. Pick a goal and then find something to support it and stick with it until you hit it.